Welcome to Unlimited Parenting. This is a podcast where we talk about what it's like having children with disabilities and special healthcare needs. Today is everyone's favorite series.
Is it?
It is. That's what I hear on the interwebs.
Do they tell you that?
They do tell me that.
That's what I say. Our best ones are
Okay.
this.
I do hear that often, frequently. Forthcoming information. Bring.
Like, that makes me a little scared.
Does it?
I think it's just real.
It's like a lot of pressure, though.
Can I introduce this?
Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Bring your own topic.
Oh, my God. No, I'm nervous that my topic today isn't going to be a good one.
Why?
It always ends up being.
They always end up being great.
Oh.
I can make fun of anything.
That's true. Okay.
I'm just kidding. Well, who wants to go first?
I always go first.
The random name generator says Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah, would you like to go first?
I would absolutely love to go first.
Sarah, tell me. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I hope it's exciting. Anyway,
Next.
it kind of has to do with some things we're working on with our youth to adulthood projects, and so. Well,
Just kidding.
I mean, no.
No, I'm sorry.
But-
Stop. Go ahead.
But we're putting together some activities and outcomes for 10 to 13-year-olds, thinking
It's
about
exciting.
planning for adulthood. And
That is so wild to me.
I know, right?
I can't get
Because
behind
that's our
that.
kids.
I know.
And so I went to Melissa and I said, you know what? What's Archer like to do?
Yeah.
He's 11. What are some things that he is really interested in so that when we're planning this, we're not just getting people who are adults thinking we know what 10 and 11, 12, 13-year-olds like and are wanting to do, because when they're in a classroom, they have certain things they have
Yeah.
to do. But outside of the classroom, what are your kids doing? My kids are 19 and older now.
And it's different than when we were.
Absolutely.
10 to
And when I was 10 and
10 to
13, I wasn't even then allowed inside the house during the day.
Right.
So,
Well, hold on. I'm not trying to age you here.
Mm.
I'm just saying, like, we didn't have screens
no.
when we were younger.
When I was
We
10,
didn't have
it was 1987.
I know.
Yeah.
It was 1987 when I was 10. So 1987.
That is so wild because I was not
What,
even.
1991?
Yeah.
That's when I was 10 to 13.
And
so
I am of the
Melissa's
same
just a
age
couple years
where
me.
you didn't come home until the streetlights came.
Okay, 10 to 13 would have been 99 to 2000. And, yeah, for me, 10 to 13 would have been 99 to 2001.
Okay.
Mm.
2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, we grew up in different times, but
Yeah.
neither of us had screens.
True.
There were no iPads weren't invented.
I mean, he had Saturday morning cartoons. And
You had like the internet. You had computers.
Al
We didn't have
Gore
that.
did invent the internet in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But didn't you have like handheld game? My kids had
You know what?
Nintendo game.
You know what? When I was about 13, I think is when the Game Boy came out. So yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
We didn't have like Kiwi and Code kits.
Yeah, no kidding. Like my little
I didn't have a VR.
yeah,
Mm.
kids these days.
So
Nintendo.
So here you go. That's
when
what
we were
yeah.
when I was 10 to 13, we were at the park,
Mhm.
the playground. Sometimes we'd wander around the mall with our parents.
What's a mall?
Exactly, right? We were talking about that earlier. Or we would go to the library and things
Yeah.
like that. So,
The Wild Waters.
yeah,
Do you remember
Wild Waters.
Boondocks.
Oh my gosh. No, Wild Waters was over there across from McDonald's.
that's
on the the fun zone at the park. Oh my gosh.
Are we going to reminisce or talk about transition to adulthood?
Anywho,
Okay. Sorry.
I wanted to know what things would get a 10 to 13-year-old's interest so that we could plan our activities and outreach where they are and not what we think that they want to see or do or hear. So,
Have you done any of that focus group type
I-
stuff? Have you been surprised?
not really surprised because I'm like, I try to stay. I mean, your kids help me stay in touch, and I'm not like an old fuddy-duddy where I'm not involved in.
You have a TikTok.
Right. And so, and my kids are pretty trendy. So it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
so I just wanted to know, like, what are they interested in? And I know their attention span is worse than mine, and that's about 30 seconds. So,
Yeah.
you know, what are where are we going to get to them?
But it is kind of cool to see the evolution of it.
Mhm.
Like kids are using, like you said, VR. Like kids are using VR for employment.
Back in our day,
experience.
milk carton.
Right?
We were
cereal
the milk carton.
Well, there were like
Games?
and games.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a Happy Meal.
Or missing
Yes,
children.
or
on the-
missing
on the
children,
mi- on the milk carton. Or a billboard, like there, don't do drugs. And it was different than it is now.
It's very,
Because kids are,
they're just accessing information.
which is absolutely fine.
Yeah. And we're evolving.
Mhm.
Yep. I just think it's kind of cool to see it now. Like my kids, they play. And you wouldn't think that it's employment unless you really think about it. But I mean, there's pressure washing games on the VR.
That's so cool.
There is restaurant. There's office game. Like it's simulation, and they are filing, and it blows my mind.
Everything. Silas was a car mechanic.
Yes,
Crazy.
I forgot about the mechanic when there are.
And I'm just blown away by the realism because he was kind of stepping out of his little circle that you draw on the VR.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you trying to do in your game right now? He's like, well, I'm not tall enough to reach the highest shelf, so I have to get my stool in the game, and it's just outside of the circle I've drawn for myself. So I'm just trying to get my stool so I can get to the top of the shelf.
It is.
And I'm like, wow.
You know what I think would be so cool is if there was a way to create a VR from the lens of a person with disabilities for us, so that we could see what that looks like every single day. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, like the schizophrenia simulators.
Or like, they have those, like, you could do like a blind or visually impaired simulator, or I know this is a family show, but like the drunk simulator for when you're learning what it's like to drive a car intoxicated.
Absolutely. I went to a communication class because my son uses an AAC device, and I went to a communication class, and they said for a day, only use that device. And are all of your words in there? Because that should tell you that you need a robust vocabulary. And it was things as simple as like, does your individual have an opportunity to express disgust? Like, is there a swear word on there? That is their right. And oh my gosh, I had never thought about any of that stuff. Anyways, totally tangent. I didn't mean to take over.
Still, like, what are our kids interested in?
Yeah.
I mean, I was in my kitchen the other day, and my Alexa was showing me all sorts of different pop-ups of what they think I need to buy at the store, what they think I need to watch on TV, based on conversations or things that I'm interested in. And so what if that had a pop-up of something like that? I don't know. That's way down the road, but those types of things where they're already here in front of our faces, or where our kids are already accessing them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys had some really cool VR ideas. Jessie had a thought this weekend.
Tell me.
To do, because she's going to do a fair up in Coeur d'Alene, and a family day fair. I can't remember the name of it, but she's like, can we make a coloring book for kids with transition activities?
Oh, that is such a good idea.
Absolutely. Yes, you can. That would be such a great thing to do, to give away.
Oh my word.
I know.
Yeah. Great idea.
I know.
Have you made a doctor's appointment today?
Oh, sorry.
Right? Did you find something new that you like to do? Volunteer or, I don't know. Did you help? I don't know. Did you do your chores today?
Yeah. Did you brush your teeth? Right?
You know what I mean.
I thought you were asking me.
Very in general.
Did you?
But I mean, it could be fun ideas about employment and discovery and self-advocacy, or
that is a brilliant.
You know what
idea.
I mean? Yeah. So
we never thought about that. I hate that
because we don't have time to
Good
think.
job.
I know.
That's brilliant.
I love that. I love that she's thinking about those things.
I do too.
Anyway, so that's my thought was, what are our 10 to 13-year-olds interested in, and how we're getting their information?
And Jessie is the closest thing we have to a 10 to 13-year-old. She's still a youth.
Yeah.
She is.
Maybe that's why she has
all the good ideas.
And she has a different perspective too because she's also a sibling. So she's had to entertain her sibling, and she's probably come up with a lot of different ways aside from a caregiver how to hang out with her sibling.
I love it when Jessie talks about her too, because it's a sibling. It's just a normal sibling relationship. She's like, she's annoying, or, and that's what is one of my most favorite things when my kids are annoyed by their sibling, just in the normal sibling annoyance.
Right.
It's not because he has a disability.
Endearing, and you're like, don't talk to your brother like that. And you're like, that's a regular conversation that I've always had with this non-regular situation.
I love that. I caught a couple glimpses of that this weekend. They were annoyed at him just because he was being annoying, not because
he was on that TikTok you shared with.
Yeah.
I loved that so much.
The random name simulator says Melissa.
Can I see that random?
No, you cannot. This is an audio only podcast, so you're not able to access.
Okay. The reason I thought of this is because I caught myself several times this weekend.
With your hand in the cookie jar?
Uh-oh.
If we would have had cookies, it would have definitely been in there, but we didn't have any cookies. No. I will turn on shows for my kid that I think he wants to watch, and he watches them temporarily.
Oh.
Daniel Tiger was one example.
I love Daniel Tiger.
And then he's off in his own world doing, not Daniel, Reese.
Oh, okay. Okay, following along. I'm like, Daniel does exist in his own world, though.
You're right. He does. And he's so endearing. And so then I just found myself at multiple points this weekend just staring at the TV, watching Daniel Tiger, Brave. Brave was another one that I turned on, thought he would love, but nope, he took off and went and played with some Play-Doh or something.
Brave is in where the mom turns into the bear. What a twist. Sorry if I've ruined that for you. It's been about 50 years.
Sorry, guys. I think I love Brave so much because of all of the little redheaded children that reminds me of my family. And they're just crazy boys running around. But there was so multiple times this weekend, I found myself just watching cartoons or shows. So Bluey is one that I would absolutely stop. It wasn't on this weekend, though. So it was Daniel Tiger. It was, what was that one we were just talking
Brave.
about? I lost it. Brave. I saw it in my head. And then it was
Notorious B.I.G.
Oh.
It's the Bruno one. Nobody talks to Bruno. That one was on too.
I keep trying to say Coco, and I know that's not it.
Encanto.
In Canada, yeah.
So those were all on, and multiple times I was the only human being in our home watching them. I wasn't the intended recipient of these. I turned them on so that I could work in the yard, and then I would come in and get a glass of water once in there.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so I bring this to you to say, what are some of your favorite children's shows that you find yourself being very drawn into?
Scooby-Doo.
Yes. Scooby-Doo would get me every single time.
And the Smurfs. I don't know why.
Oh, my word. I forgot about the Smurfs.
And the Care Bears.
Wow. This is a blast from the past.
Yeah.
We talked about the Fun Zone, Wild Waters, the Care Bears.
I've never felt so left out of my own activity.
Yeah.
But also The Wizard of Oz. I watched that over and over and over.
That's a very good one. Okay.
My kids are only watching clips on YouTube of YouTubers playing games, and I don't want any part of that.
And while I was watching Daniel Tiger, I thought, I'm really glad this isn't YouTube, because it wouldn't draw me in the same. Mr. Beast is not going to give me what Daniel Tiger gives me.
In fact, this is not my topic, but I will just say this briefly. It's a little disturbing what you can find on YouTube Kids, even with an age restriction that is like less than 13.
Really sad.
Yes, because do you remember a couple years ago? God, my daughter's going to listen to this podcast in like 15 years and hate me. A couple of years ago on YouTube, there was that Grimace.
I think you're really
remember that.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
You don't think she's gonna listen to it?
Oh, maybe.
You know what? What if I'm famous and cool? And she's like, "This is
this one
back in the.
I'm
imagining.
So that's what was happening this weekend.
Okay.
Is she remember the Grimace shake?
Yes.
Yeah. And the Grimace would come and unalive children and
What?
Oh, yeah. There was like a seedy underbelly of that. There was a whole trend where Grimace would just show up and unalive the person, and teenagers thought it was super cool. Anyway, my child.
You get to parts of the internet.
Yeah,
I think
you can get there on YouTube Kids.
What?
Is what I'm trying to tell you here.
Wow, that's
So my daughter is under the age of 8,
Wow.
and I deleted YouTube, like YouTube proper, and she has YouTube Kids, and she's still, because at first it starts with a song that goes something along the lines of, yes, it's so delicious, and something like that. So it sounds fun and catchy to sing. So then she's clicking through the videos, and all of a sudden Grimace is unaliving someone, and she's frightened, and this
wow.
youth is laying in a pool of purple, right?
Oh.
And so Everly is like, I'm just imagining that Grimace is here. And so she's really upset. So I'm saying all of this to say, like, these videos are terrible, right?
Okay.
But maybe turn on the Daniel Tiger.
Yeah.
Because even YouTube Kids can take you
Wow.
to some places that I'm like looking at her age restriction, and I'm like, there is no way that you should have been able to get this. But that's on me, right? As her parent, to like, but I don't want to hover over her shoulder while she watches.
Well, but I guess that is a good warning to say, don't just put all of your stock on YouTube Kids and the age restrictions, right? Still have due diligence as a parent.
And use it as a teaching moment or a conversation starter and open lines of that relationship.
Yeah, just tell her the Grimace shake doesn't
Yes.
exist anymore.
Thank you. That's true. And I mean, it's not that you saw anything, but Grimace would show up, and then the kid would be laying in the.
It was a limited time thing.
I know, but I feel bad
I know.
because I got scarred for life from Chucky
Yeah.
when I was 5,
That's fair.
and she's
We're all
7.
scarred from Chucky.
That's true.
Yeah.
But she's such a sweet soul. She can't handle that. My other boys, they're fine. They could care less. But she is so
That's
just
true.
deeply in tuned with emotions.
Well, and you look at the Grimace character. It's purple. It's fluffy. Like it's.
I tried to do that. I'm like, let's watch an old McDonald's commercial with Grimace. And then she just saw him and just started crying. And I'm like, but he was never like that. Anyway.
I digress. Anywho, that's all.
Those are mine.
I just, at various points of this weekend, I was watching some shows.
That's awesome. I know cartoons just take you back.
They do. And maybe that's what it was, that I just needed to it's kind of a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Daniel Tiger's mom,
I know.
she just gets an A+ every day.
But I feel that way about Bluey's parents too. So if
Yes.
it's been Bluey, it would have been very similar. I love them. I feel them. I see them. They make me feel seen.
Really? They make me feel bad.
What?
They make me feel bad. Like, why can't I always respond?
You do. I guess
So the positive discipline-y.
the Bluey episode that I saw that the car was so dirty.
The stickers.
I just have never felt seen by a cartoon like that before.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And they always have snacks.
Yeah.
And they bicker.
Mm-hmm.
And that does make me feel better.
Yeah.
That does make me feel better.
Anywho.
I suppose it's my turn then.
The other random name selector.
Allison.
Chose you.
I choose you.
Okay.
So my topic is something that you guys already kind of know about. Wow, how weird that we all picked like technology related things.
Oh, yeah.
Now I know what
No.
it's gonna be.
I spend too much time on TikTok. It's a real problem. It's a disease. It's an addiction.
That's what it was gonna be.
It probably. What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was gonna be the Skylight calendar.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Can I talk about the Skylight
Gonna be an
calendar
ad
for 900? If you don't have a Skylight calendar, get one. I'm not sponsored. Can I say one thing though before I talk about my real topic?
Okay, I'm
The
sorry.
only thing that makes the Skylight calendar like not undefeatable, like if there was one more thing that this
Okay.
son of a gun had, it would be the best thing in the world. A visual timer.
Oh.
If the Skylight calendar with I have the Max, so the 28-inch one that hangs on my wall, if I could use that as a visual timer for my kids,
Yeah.
that would be life Skylight calendar, if you're listening, you can have that idea for free.
I'm surprised they don't.
I'm surprised not.
I looked, so maybe I'm wrong and I'm just not looking hard enough. But, you can have pictures on it. You can have to-do lists.
Like it's supposed to be
meal planning. And I'm like, where is my, because kids have routines and chores. And I'm like, where's my?
Could you do one of the YouTube timers?
But you can't cast anything to it. Okay. I want it to be on the calendar.
Yeah. Okay. They could just start it and it would go.
Thank you. Anyway. Or I could say, hey, 5 minutes until we start our tasks. And they could watch it.
Does it have voice activation?
No.
Oh, okay.
From one autistic family to another, please do that. Mine is actually the cool videos that I have been finding on TikTok. So normally when I think of TikTok, I think of people using it as just a way to be raunchy and funny. Maybe that's just the side of TikTok I'm on. But I'm thinking of it more like the disability information that I find on TikTok. Think about the ones that I've just sent you guys last week. What about the guy who, he's 17, 18, and he lives with his mom, and his mom was trying to give him a sense of independence, and so she redid the door to his room as if it was his apartment.
Yeah, I loved that.
That was really
She gave him a mailbox, a sconce light, a doorbell, a doormat.
Yeah. It looks.
Yeah.
And he's remember, he was thank you, Mom. Thank
so
you.
Cute. Thank you so much, Mommy.
But what I love,
cute.
It opened up opportunities for him to try new social interactions that he wouldn't normally have had. Come into my space.
Exactly.
And knocking on the, that kind of
But
stuff.
The best is when you use the hashtags under the videos and you find other videos similar to that. And it's
oh, really?
It's a higher version of Pinterest, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The ideas that you can get from TikTok as a parent of a child with a disability, unreal.
Yeah. Okay. We were looking for ideas for the youth on our Youth Unlimited page, and thought we just Linda, not me. I won't claim any of that, but she was searching people and using wheelchairs and and then found a person a day in the life of and what it was like to navigate a college campus with a wheelchair and how things seem to be accessible, but they're really not. I mean, a parking lot is 100 miles away from a classroom. And so is it really as accessible as we think it is? And so those day in a lives of, or like you, Allison, that one, finding innovative ways to create independence, or
because I would have never
me either
in a million years thought of that. And
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, what an absolutely genius idea. And it's more accessible on TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok. Everybody's scrolling. But not everyone's going to the Sippers website. Not everyone's going, but it's all right here. And if we could just use this. And the other one that I saw that was so good, it was I'll put a link to it in the description box below, but it's getyarn.io. And it's for those kids who have, Gestalt language processing and speak in scripts.
Okay. Yes.
So if you have a child who's just randomly saying a phrase over and over again, and you've plugged it into YouTube, you've plugged it into Google or ChatGPT, and you're like, where is this coming from? You can put it in this app and it'll show you the video clip that it comes from. And that is just amazing.
That's alone could be life-changing for so many families.
Yeah.
Just remove the incessant, where does this come from?
Why do you keep saying that? Yeah,
yeah. I can't even imagine. I've never thought about. So you're saying you search with hashtags. That is
so
search.
I mean, so thinking of that video in specific, where the mom has the son, right? Underneath that picture was a lot of hashtag transition to adulthood, hashtag disability mom, hashtag preparing for independent living. And if I clicked on preparing for independent living, and there was videos on videos about that, and I have so many ideas that I had just never even considered.
Well, that's super helpful for
Very cool.
our transition or planning for adulthood work.
Just us in general.
Yeah.
Gosh, maybe I'm gonna go
healthcare.
Well, yeah,
Oh, so many. My mind is just like
I'm thinking traveling. Like,
yeah.
I could type in like,
How to travel with a child with a disability.
hashtag airplane special needs. Like,
You're going to get like the sunflower program or whatever.
oh yeah, those people just help. They did me a solid. That TSA Cares is hands down. I will talk about that on the next Bring Your Own topic.
Yeah, because you'll have more experience with it too.
But it saved our beef.
It saved my marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
it saved
the Ronald McDonald House thing too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got next topics. Look at us. Okay.
So, are you jazzed about listening in next time then? If you've already got your topic, you got a topic?
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, next time on Bring Your Own Topic.
Sounded very like Matt's off-road recovery.
It did.
And I never
Or in a world where, like Michael Bay. Okay, well, our producers are flagging us to let us know that time is limited. So I'm going to have to wrap us up.
Sorry, guys.
But we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, everyone out there, for listening in. And know that if you are in Idaho or planning on moving to Idaho and have questions on systems or services for children with disabilities, please consider reaching out to us on our website at IPUL Idaho. That's IPUL Idaho.org, or by calling us at 208-342-5884. Be sure to tune in next time. Until then, this has been Unlimited Parenting.
Thanks for listening.